Hello, my dear students and viewers. Welcome back to my channel, Scorpio class. I'm back here with one more important and informative video for all my dear viewers, especially for my class 10 students. Yes, and in this video, we are going to discuss first language English subjects, poems, passing package. Yes, as you all know, we are going on with the passing package for the year 25-26. Here in this video, we are going to discuss our poems, explanation, and the question answers. So the poem's name is Abraham Lincoln's Letter to His Son's Teacher. So this particular chapter is important from your exam point of view. So here we are going to discuss all the possible important questions of 1, 2, and 3 marks, and even the reference to context questions. So this video is going to be very fruitful and constructive for you all. So stay tuned till end. And if you're watching my video for the first time, do subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so that you get the notification of all the upcoming videos so that you do not miss any of the series of the videos. Now let's get started with any other further ado. So 1 mark questions from this poem, Abraham Lincoln's Letter to His Son's Teacher. So first question, who is the writer of this letter? Whom is the letter addressed? Answer, the writer is Abraham Lincoln and it is addressed to his son's teacher. Now, second question, how can one gain sublime faith in mankind? Answer, one can gain sublime faith in mankind by having sublime faith in oneself. Next, what does the phrase learn to lose mean? Answer, accept defeat without always expecting to win. Next, what does Lincoln mean when he says too much sweetness? Answer, too much sweetness refers to dishonest, flattering behavior. Okay, so these are 1 mark questions from this poem. And my dear viewers, if you all want to watch the explanation video of this particular poem, I'll be sharing the video link in the I button above. And all the entire playlist will be shared at the end screen so that you can have a look at each and every chapter from the first language English book. Okay, now let's move to the second main, that is second question, that is for 2 marks. First question here, what kind of a listener does the father want his son to be? Answer, the father wants his son to be a good listener and listen to all men, but have the ability to filter all that he hears into truth. Okay, so this is a very beautiful poem. Please watch the explanation also, and then you can go through the wonderful question answers here. Moving to second question, what does the poet father mean by close his ears to a howling mob? Answer, Abraham Lincoln does not want his son to be attracted towards mass hysteria. He wants his son to follow only reason and common sense and close his ears to the frenzy of unreasonable mass excitement. Next, third question. Lincoln does not want his son to put a price tag on his soul. What does he mean by this? Next answer, Lincoln does not want his son to sell himself to those who pay him a lot but whose ideals are not ethical. He does not want his son to become unethical and go against what is just and right. Fourth one, in what sense is the more honorable to fail than to cheat? In what sense is it more honorable to fail than to cheat? Answer, failing, which is usually considered disgraceful, is more honorable than passing by cheating. Okay, so this lesson he wants to teach his child. Next, how are bullies the easiest to defeat? Answer, because in their arrogance, they think that they can never be defeated. But when one is arrogant in this manner, one is likely to make mistakes and eat dirt. Next question. Why does not Abraham Lincoln want his son to be cuddled? Answer. According to Abraham Lincoln, one becomes tough only by passing through the difficulties of life. So he does not want his son to be cuddled. Next. Now moving to third main, that is 3 mark questions from this poem. First one. What precautions Abraham Lincoln want his son to learn in school while dealing with different kinds of people in the society? Answer. Abraham Lincoln want his son to learn the following. For every enemy there is a friend, to have faith in his own ideas, to be gentle with the gentle and tough with the tough, not to follow the crowd blindly, to filter all he hears on the screen of truth, to stand and fight for the right. So these are the things he wants his son to learn in the school. Next question. Why does Abraham Lincoln want his son to scoff at cynics and beware of too much sweetness? Answer. Lincoln does not want his son to be cynical and look everything with distrust. At the same time, insincere people should be shunned even if they speak sweetly. He says that his son to enjoy his life and needs to be cautious of too much sweetness. Okay, now moving to 4-mark questions. First one, list the values which Abraham Lincoln wants the teacher to teach his son. Answer, Lincoln wants the teacher to teach his son that it is better to fail than to cheat, to not blindly follow the majority, never to be afraid of enemies, not to be ashamed of tears, to have faith in himself, not to be discouraged by cynics. It is better to be away from envy and to be able to be cheerful during trying times. Okay, next. Next question. Only the test of fire makes the fine steel, says Abraham Lincoln. Do you agree? Give reasons to support your point of view. So, answer. In his letter to his son's teacher, Abraham Lincoln requests him to inculcate in his boy the qualities that he feels would be the best. One of the requests is to treat his son gently, but not to cuddle him, because only the test of fire makes fine steel. The idiom suggests that only when his son goes through difficulties, he would turn out to be a fine gentleman. Lincoln is right in his opinion. Every teacher has to be cruel in order to be kind. Only when the teacher is strict will the student get the best that life can offer him. Okay, now moving to next question. What kind of citizen Lincoln wishes his son to become when he asks the teacher to teach him that for every scoundrel there is a hero? Now, these last two questions are very important. You can go back and take the screenshot and pay importance to it. Okay, let's see the answer for this one. It is important that a teacher teaches the young students in his care that in life, even if one comes across bad people, one should know that there are equal number of good people. The best way to do this would be to draw the attention of the pupils to the noble people who have made sacrifices for their country, community, and family. That is why Abraham Lincoln wants the teacher to teach the boy that in the world of evil always gets balanced by the good. Lincoln wants this for his son so that his son would emulate the good people and turn out to be a good citizen instead of being cynical and turning out to be an antisocial being. Now let's move to reference to context questions. Again, these are important questions from this chapter. So first one, that for every selfish politician there is a dedicated leader. Now first for this you need to give the introduction of the poet and the poem, and then you need to give in which context it was said. So let's quickly see the answer. These lines are taken from Abraham Lincoln's letter to his son's teacher. It is a letter written by Lincoln in which he requests the teacher to do certain things to make his son a fine citizen. Lincoln says that his son will have to learn that all people are not just or true. But he wants the teacher to teach him that all the people are not bad either. For every selfish politician, there is indeed a dedicated leader. Next question. It is far honorable to fail than to cheat. These lines are taken from Abraham Lincoln's letter to his son's teacher. It is a letter written by Lincoln in which he requests the teacher to do certain things to make his son a fine citizen. Lincoln requests the teacher to advise his son that there is nothing to feel ashamed of. If he fails, it is in fact better to fail than to achieve success or glory through unscrupulous means. Next question. Treat him gently, but do not cuddle him. Again, these lines are taken from Abraham Lincoln's letter to his son's teacher. It is a letter written by Lincoln in which he requests the teacher to do certain things to make his son a fine citizen. Lincoln requests the teacher to treat his son with compassion and gentleness, but he does not want the teacher to spoil his son by pampering him unnecessarily. Pampering will only result in his becoming spoiled, while gentleness will make his son a humane human being. Okay, so these were important reference to context questions. We also have seen all small and big answers. So I hope you all found this video to be helpful, constructive, and important for you all. So we come to an end with this video, with this poem question answers. If you found that it was, yes, really helpful, do try to hit the thanks button which is below the video, because it's going to help us motivate in making more such videos. So that's it for this video. We'll be back soon with one more new video with the new poem and the chapter. Till then, stay safe and take care.